Hey team, Coach Beaux here. What do you see when you look in the mirror? If you want to pause this video and go check, I'll just wait right here for you to come back. There you are. The easiest, obvious answer is yourself. A physical reflection. But all joking aside, when we get serious with it, we can reap a much greater reward for some true emotional self-reflection. I'm talking about assessing yourself through a reflective lens. Then we can start thinking about how we act, the words that we use, and the decisions that we make. Why is that something we should do? Because it's important, and ultimately we use what we uncover to become a better person. And self-reflection is important. It allows you to take a look at yourself honestly and to make improvements. You're asking yourself questions and encouraging yourself to do better. Why do you do the things that you do? Why you act in certain ways? You think maybe there's a better way to do things? And you can take a hard look at any area of your life, your personal relationships, your working life, or anywhere else. Self-reflection is a major part of the learning process in life in general. Listen, if you found a recipe and it turned out tasting like trash, would you use the exact same recipe as is repeatedly? No. You would tweak it and make adjustments to it and changes to make sure that it comes out better. And that's what self-reflection is. Without this learning, you will fall into a routine, whether it works or not. Now write down some questions and get ready to use them to start peeling back your own layers. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are your skills? What problems do you face? What have you achieved? What makes you happy? What makes you unhappy? And how can you solve some of the issues that you're facing right now? That's going to be challenging to sit down and go through these questions. It might seem embarrassing or even selfish. It's not something that comes naturally to most people, but it's going to get much more comfortable the more you practice. Does that make sense? And be real with yourself. Because for the most part, you've just been pushing on in life, but there's been no mindful reflection. Your job is draining you of energy. You're stressed out by maintaining toxic relationships and friendships. And you're always tired. You're constantly frustrated. You're deeply unhappy. You're like a hamster in a wheel. And self-reflection is a tool for breaking that habit. It's jumping off that wheel. But why bother? You see, this is what we do. At least it's what so many of us are doing. We just keep walking through life, doing what we've always done, hoping things will turn out differently. What do you do when something doesn't go well at work? Chances are you look at the situation and you try to figure out where it went wrong so you can avoid repeating your mistake again. But is that what you do in your own life? It's what we should be doing in our life. It's what self-reflection is. And ultimately, this self-reflection will help us remain focused on the big picture. It's easy to get bogged down in the details and get caught up in the complexities of life. The entire purpose is to make sure that you're in sync with your values, your vision, your missions, and your objectives to achieve those missions. And it's particularly important if you don't yet even know what your missions, your vision, or your values are, or can't clearly define them or articulate them to anybody else. Self-reflection flips the switch and forces you to redirect your brain to focus on the essentials. And you should see all of this as an opportunity to grow. It helps boost confidence. It allows you to live a life of integrity, and one that aligns with your values, and it pushes you to do better. And there is true power in self-reflection. You need to gain a greater understanding of yourself, expand your horizons, and ultimately reach your potential. And this is a non-negotiable to help accomplish just that. It might not come naturally, It didn't for me, but get after it.